One of my friends pissed in my mouth, like, as a joke. Like, dude, we used to do, like, crazy shit, like, just, like, for fun. Like,
What'd you say? You're like, dude, piss in my mouth.
No, you know how my friend pissed in my mouth, really? He, like, we were in, like, a squirt gun fight, and he went to the bathroom, and he pissed in the thing, and he came back, and he was, like, squirting us, and I was like, this one tastes weird. I was like, and, like, I opened it, and I was...
My mom said I was very... You like that?
Oh, don't make it a moment.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I liked it. It made me feel good. I love you so much.
Selena Gomez's fans are seriously questioning what is going on in her relationship with Benny Blanco after a strange moment from his podcast started spreading everywhere online. Some fans are even begging her to rethink the marriage after they feel he embarrassed her publicly and is using her massive fame for attention. The conversation online has been getting louder, and people cannot stop debating what they just watched. So here's what set everyone off. Benny Blanco launched the first episode of his podcast, and instead of people focusing on the conversation, the internet got distracted by some seriously odd moments. At one point, viewers noticed his dirty feet on camera, and there was even a moment where people said he joked about farting during the episode. Instead of helping the situation calm down, Selena ended up responding in a way that confused a lot of viewers watching the clip. People online were immediately asking the same question. What exactly was she trying to prove with that response? After watching the podcast episode in clear HD, some fans said the whole situation just looked uncomfortable. A lot of viewers said they love Selena, but they could not understand why she would put herself in a moment that quickly turned into such a strange viral clip. One comment that started spreading online said, "This is the most disgusting thing. I love Selena, but why did she set herself up doing this?" Another part that confused viewers was how random the moment felt. According to people reacting to the clip, Benny was in the middle of talking with his friends, having a normal conversation, and then suddenly the moment happened. For some viewers, it completely shifted the focus away from whatever they were talking about and turned the entire scene into something awkward and bizarre. Social media reacted immediately. Some comments were supportive, but many others were clearly frustrated. One person wrote, "Girl, stand up." Another said, "I'm sick of them." Someone else joked that watching the moment felt uncomfortable, writing, "This feels like I've just unknowingly taken part in someone's fee." Still, not everyone was attacking Selena. A big group of fans quickly jumped in to defend her. Selena has always had an extremely loyal fan base, and many of them believe that if Selena is happy with something, then that should be enough. One person wrote on Reddit, "I hate this facing backlash stuff." From who? Douchebag and morons. She kissed his foot on purpose to say F the haters. Another fan tried to calm the situation down completely, writing that there are far bigger problems in the world than Benny Blanco's podcast moment. They said Selena might have finally found something real in her personal life, and people should stop picking apart every little thing she does online. But even with those defenses, the conversation keeps circling back to the same question. When a moment becomes this controversial right after a podcast launch, is it just awkward humor? Or was it a calculated response to the headlines that were already starting to build around that first episode? The reason Benny Blanco first started trending had nothing to do with deep conversations from the podcast. Instead, people online say the attention came from the way he was acting during the recording. At one point, he was trying to show off his joking farting skills directly into the microphone while other people were sitting around him. Viewers immediately started reacting to how messy and unhygienic the whole situation looked on camera, and the internet wasted no time turning that clip into a viral talking point. A lot of viewers basically said the same thing. Nobody doubts that Selena Gomez must truly care about him, because being comfortable around someone like that definitely shows a level of closeness. One person even joked after seeing the clips, "You must really love that man." The reactions kept spreading when people started posting photos of Benny online, pointing out his appearance and laughing at the situation. Someone commented under one of the clips with a picture of him and wrote something along the lines of, "Look how..." And the reaction videos just kept rolling after that. The tone online was half confusion and half disbelief. Some viewers were laughing, while others were wondering how this even became the biggest topic surrounding the podcast launch. Then people started pointing out something else, The podcast is reportedly connected to Jay Shetty's network, and that raised another set of questions. Jay Shetty built his public image around mindfulness and spiritual advice, so some viewers expected the podcast to feel deeper or more meaningful. Instead, the viral clips being shared everywhere were about awkward jokes and messy moments during the recording. That brought up old conversations about Jay Shetty himself. Over the years, critics online have questioned parts of his personal story, especially his time spent with monks. Some people believe the story has been exaggerated in interviews and books. One comment jokingly said the world just accepted the story and moved on. So maybe the internet will move on from this situation too. But the reactions did not stop there. A Reddit user posted a blunt comment that quickly spread across discussion threads. They wrote that Selena must really want Benny to write her a hit song or album because the moment felt like some kind of humiliation ritual. Another user responded even more strongly, saying, I'm thoroughly convinced that they are both pretty disgusting." Some people even hoped the viral clip had been created with artificial intelligence because they could not believe the moment was real. Another comment jokingly mentioned Dan Schneider, referencing the long history of controversies discussed online. That comparison shocked some viewers and sparked even more debate in the comments. The backlash even reached Selena's beauty brand. One person wrote, "I'm never buying Rare Beauty again. I can't trust someone who F's with dirty feet." Still, others pushed back against that reaction. They argued that a personal relationship moment has nothing to do with whether her beauty products work or not. In fact, some fans say Selena is one of the few celebrities who actually uses her own brand. They compared her to other celebrity companies, joking that not every famous founder is truly using the products they promote. Someone even brought up the question, do you really think Kylie Jenner is drinking those Sprinter cans? Then another headline started circulating online, making the conversation even stranger. A viral claim appeared saying Selena allegedly joked that Benny sometimes does not change his underwear for 7 days straight. Whether people believed it or not, the internet immediately grabbed onto that detail and ran with it. For many viewers, that claim just pushed the conversation further into disbelief. People began sharing their own reactions, saying that even being on a one-week trip somewhere feels long enough. One viewer joked that after going to the gym and sweating during the day, they cannot even imagine wearing the same clothes for that long. The reactions kept coming, and the internet clearly was not done talking about this situation yet. Some people online even started joking about the situation by comparing it to their own routines. One viewer said that when they travel for a week, they already feel ready to get back home and back to their normal routine. They explained that between working out and sweating during the day, they sometimes change clothes more than once. So hearing claims about someone wearing the same underwear for an entire week sounded unbelievable to them. Then the situation got even stranger when a viral post began circulating online. The alleged remark spreading on X claimed that Selena supposedly did not mind a little funk, and that Benny Blanco sometimes swaps his underwear only once a week. The internet immediately grabbed onto that rumor and started repeating it everywhere. A lot of people reacted the same way, basically saying this cannot be real. But once something like that gets attention, people start running with it. Suddenly, the couple began getting described in the most dramatic ways possible online. Some posts even joked that their house must be a biohazard if any of those stories were true. That kind of exaggeration spread fast, especially because clips from the podcast were already going viral. And honestly, that is probably what bothered some fans the most. Those viral moments started painting Selena and Benny in the worst possible light. When a few strange clips get pulled out of a long conversation, the internet sometimes builds a whole narrative around them. Many people watching the situation feel like the reaction has been blown way out of proportion. Some viewers think Benny himself leans into this image on purpose. Over time, he has built a kind of public persona where he plays the messy, goofy guy who somehow ended up dating one of the biggest stars in the world. In that storyline, he is basically the gross guy who got lucky, and people online definitely agree that he is lucky to be with Selena. There were also other moments from the podcast that caught people's attention. In one segment, Selena joined the conversation while Benny talked about something unexpected that happened on her Instagram. The two of them were scrolling through her direct messages, which is probably a wild experience considering Selena Gomez is one of the most followed women on the entire platform. During that moment, she revealed something surprising. Apparently, a very famous male celebrity had sent her a message in the past. The message included heart eyes and a fingers crossed emoji, which immediately made everyone curious about who it could be.
There's a thing that I would really love to do. I want us to see like the craziest people that have DM'd you. See if DM'd you. Type in his name.
Okay. Just hard eyes and fingers crossed.
Oh my God. What year was that?
2022. Wait.
It's possible, because we don't see what he was responding to, right?
No, there's nothing
No,
that he
there's
responded
There's nothing.
to.
No,
Yes,
I think
he
he's
is. There is
responding.
no response. That's not how it works. It would
Yeah,
say.
of course you could
Nope,
see
it would say a response.
It does say it would respond to a story. There's no response.
Yeah.
Oh man, he is kind of DMing you.
By the way, that was the first time I've ever seen that.
Okay, wait.
Selena explained that she had never even noticed the message before, which honestly makes sense when someone receives millions of notifications every day. Selena receives an unbelievable number of messages every single day, so it is not surprising that she has not seen everything sitting in her inbox. When the podcast showed her scrolling through old direct messages, it immediately caught people's attention. The real twist came when viewers noticed that the name of one particular celebrity had been censored during the clip. That instantly turned the internet into detective mode. Online sleuths started analyzing every second of the video, trying to figure out who the mystery celebrity might be. Fans paused the clip, watched Benny Blanco's reaction, and even tried reading his lips to see if they could decode the name that had been bleeped out. You could clearly see Benny reacting when Selena revealed the message. In that moment, he looked a little shocked, almost like he knew exactly who the person was. He even joked that the celebrity took a shot, and according to him, it was actually a pretty good attempt. That alone made people even more curious about who sent the message. Selena also clarified something important during the conversation. She said the message itself was actually very respectful and nice. At least it was not anything weird or uncomfortable, which sometimes happens in celebrity inboxes. That small detail made fans even more intrigued about the identity of the person behind it. Soon enough, theories started spreading everywhere. A lot of viewers believed the mystery celebrity might be Chris Evans. The speculation came from people analyzing the moment when Benny mouthed the name while the audio was muted. According to some fans, the length of the bleep and the way Benny moved his mouth seemed to match the name Chris Evans. Once that theory started circulating, entertainment pages began picking up the story too. Suddenly, the internet was imagining an alternate universe where Selena Gomez and Chris Evans could have ended up together. Many fans pointed out that he is widely considered one of Hollywood's most handsome actors, so the idea quickly became a huge talking point. At the same time, people noticed something else about the situation. Whether intentional or not, the moment created huge attention for Benny Blanco's podcast. Selena Gomez has over 415 million followers on Instagram, and any appearance she makes automatically brings massive exposure. The episode was also promoted through Selena's social media, including a campaign where the video was shared with her close friends list. That kind of promotion is incredibly valuable. For a podcast launch, having someone with Selena's reach highlight the episode is the kind of publicity most creators could only dream about. Because of that, some viewers feel like Benny and the show benefited enormously from Selena's presence. Her name alone pulled millions of eyes toward the podcast. While many fans are happy to see Selena supporting her husband, others still feel like the situation shows just how much attention and visibility he gains from being connected to one of the biggest stars on the planet. There was another moment during the podcast that people online quickly started analyzing. Benny Blanco asked everyone sitting there a simple question: what was the best day of your life? It seemed like a casual conversation starter, but viewers watching the clip felt like Benny might have been hoping for a very specific answer.
I want to ask something.
Yeah, please ask. We're right here.
What was the best day of your life?
When my little sister Gracie was born.
Aww.
I know I'm bringing it back to
family, but I'm such a family girl. And I think that was one of the best days. And then the best days of my life after would be our wedding.
I was for sure.
I loved your wedding.
I for sure thought she was gonna say, like, no question asked, oh, the day you married. Like, for sure. When she said
I was happy she didn't.
When she said, I was blown away.
After. I did after.
No,
she did.
That was a pivotal moment for me, and that's when I realized I was like, oh, I want this.
I was fully blown away.
Did you like
I'm just gonna
Selena?
let you.
Many people believed he expected Selena Gomez to mention their wedding day. For a lot of couples, that moment is often described as the happiest or most meaningful day of their lives. But when Selena answered the question, that was not the response she gave. Some viewers noticed Benny's reaction and said he looked a little caught off guard when she went in a different direction. Moments like that made the conversation feel slightly awkward for people watching. It was not necessarily dramatic, but fans online started pointing out small reactions and body language throughout the episode. When millions of people are watching closely, even tiny expressions end up getting analyzed. There were also other strange moments during the podcast that confused viewers. At one point, Benny was trying to convince Lil Dicky to eat a pickle. The problem was that Lil Dicky clearly did not want to do it. You could see him pulling back and almost gagging while trying to avoid taking a bite. The whole interaction ended up feeling uncomfortable and a little chaotic to watch. That scene highlighted what some viewers think is the biggest issue with the podcast so far. A lot of people feel like the show does not really have clear topics or structured conversations yet. Instead, it sometimes feels like everyone is just hanging out, talking over each other, and jumping from one random moment to the next. Even during the earlier clip with Selena, you could hear people interrupting each other while trying to jump into the conversation. Instead of flowing naturally, it sometimes sounded like everyone was competing for attention at the same time. That kind of energy can make a podcast feel messy instead of engaging. And honestly, reactions to food can be dramatic, but the moment still surprised viewers. Everyone has something they dislike eating. For example, some people say they cannot stand hummus. It might not be their favorite thing in the world, but they could still try a bite without turning it into a huge scene. Watching someone react that strongly to a simple pickle definitely left some viewers raising their eyebrows. At one point during the episode, Selena could be heard telling Benny, "Don't do that, don't do that." The moment actually showed a playful side of her personality. She seemed relaxed and joking around, which some viewers found pretty funny to watch. At the same time, it also looked like she was halfway focused on what was happening in the room and halfway drifting into her own little world. That energy kind of describes the entire podcast atmosphere. It feels like people are jumping between conversations without much structure. In the next clip, Selena tries to start a small game while Lil Dicky is standing in the background near an open door. Instead of everyone focusing on the game, the scene quickly turns into another random moment that people online began dissecting. Some viewers even noticed something else in that scene. There is a moment where someone uses the bathroom, and people watching closely started joking about whether anyone actually washed their hands. One person online commented that they heard the toilet flush but did not hear a sink running afterward. That small detail immediately turned into another debate in the comments section. Then the clip shows Selena picking up a cup that had apparently been in the bathroom as well. That detail had viewers reacting again, wondering why the cup had even been brought in there in the first place. Moments like that are exactly why the internet keeps calling the podcast chaotic. But to be fair, not everything about the episode was strange. There were also some genuinely sweet moments that fans noticed. At one point, the conversation turned towards Selena's mental health, and Benny actually seemed very patient and supportive while listening to her talk about how she handles difficult moments. That part of the conversation felt more sincere and gave viewers a glimpse into their real connection. Those quieter moments made some people feel like the relationship itself might actually be genuine. Benny looked attentive and calm while she spoke, and the dynamic between them seemed more grounded during that part of the discussion. It showed a different side compared to the chaotic clips that ended up going viral. Still, there is definitely a layer of Hollywood energy around the entire situation. The way everyone talks over each other, jumps between topics, and acts dramatically sometimes makes the whole environment feel messy. Even Selena occasionally looks like she is casually scrolling on her phone or speaking randomly while others are trying to jump into the conversation. But at the end of the day, Selena's fan base is extremely loyal. If she enjoys being part of something, a lot of her fans are going to support it no matter what. So what do you think about this whole situation? Do you think the podcast moments are just harmless chaos? Or do they make the relationship look a little strange? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who loves celebrity drama. And of course, don't forget to comment your opinion because these conversations always get interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.